Dan,
What's up, Didi?
dude, what's going on? Haven't done a cold open in a minute, so
Yeah.
I'm doing one right now.
Okay.
Dan, you're married. I'm married, so this doesn't apply to us right now in 2023. But what was your deal breaker with a girl? So, like, what could Shannon have done that made you just be like, oh, this girl was perfect, but fuck, and then we're done? And I can tell you,
Oof.
and I thought about this recently. For me, it's any kind of like gas. So I don't care if it's burping, I don't care if it's farting, I don't care what it is. Because a lot of people are like super cool with that. They're like, oh man, so cool with that, whatever. And that's up to you. But for me, no. Like, no, I know that everybody does all those things. I get it. But like, I don't need you. I couldn't date somebody who just all of a sudden we'd be at dinner and would just go, oh. No, no, big deal breaker for me. Like people who think that was like funny and oh, we're in a relationship. We got it. No, no, no. I'm good. We can step away. I can step away. You can step away. We step away to do
Yeah.
those things. Yeah, that's it
Dude,
for me.
dude, that's a perfect one. I am 100% on board with you. Still to this day, like I make a point of it. It's like belching. Don't do that, people. Don't do that. And
Mm-mm.
like the privacy of your own homes and then within a closet. Please keep the belching to yourselves. Um, for me, I think it would be like smoking. Like if she was just
Uh,
like, a pack of Pall Malls every day. You know what I mean? Like, no way. Been there, done that type of thing. Even been there, done that in a way where it's like, oh, yeah, I used to smoke. I don't anymore. And then 3 years later, hmm, maybe I want to start doing that again. No, 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 no. We don't do that. We not here, not in this house. I know how difficult that can be to stop, right? And I know other people who have attempted to stop and know people that they dated that attempted to stop because of them, because of the relationship. It never works. It's extremely difficult. So that would be one of those things where I'd be hard to look past and be like, oh yeah, she won't be doing that forever. Yeah. And then she's got the black lung at 28, something like that. So that was probably a deal breaker back in the day.
oh, that's a good one. Cause yeah, like because even my friends who used to smoke like a pack a day, still when they get drunk or
Yep.
when they're in the party mood, they see a random person, not a friend, just a random person smoking a cigarette, and they ask for one.
Right.
And
Right. You're
I'm like,
exactly right.
I I'm not going home with that. I don't want that. Like, no, I'm good.
No, no, I don't need like it's bad enough when we go to a campfire and my clothes smell like smoke, but like I don't need that next to me in bed. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Oh man. I wonder what Chris's deal breaker is. I guess he'll tell us next week
Ooh, yeah.
what it is.
We can put a pin in that and make sure we ask
Hmm.
him. Be very
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah, I don't want to make any snap judgments,
Right,
but
because Chris has evolved,
yes,
first,
he has.
over the
Yeah.
last decade. So we got to put it back in the time machine and see what it would have been back then.
Well, what's up? It's the Brunch Breakdown. Didi out here in Los Angeles. Dan is in Pittsburgh. Chris is in the middle of the Ohio River.
Sure.
Let's just say that. Well, today on the menu, we have a fun one today. Slam Ball is back. To my surprise, not so much Dan's, but to mine, big surprise this week. We're gonna talk about that. Weird food combinations. Gonna talk about that. That should be fun. People throwing stuff at concerts. Why? What the hell? It's happening all the time. We're gonna talk about that. Plus music, beer, so much more. Dan, let everybody know where they can find the brunch breakdown.
Happily, I'd love to. People, you've heard this by now. You can find the Brunch Breakdown anywhere you can find podcasts. But if you're new to the program, just that. You can find the Brunch Breakdown anywhere you can find podcasts, right? Apple, Spotify, Google, SoundCloud, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Odyssey, Audible, Alexa, play the Brunch Breakdown. It's that easy,
Boom.
people. Okay? Find us everywhere. New episodes coming your way every Wednesday, first thing in the morning, ready for you to go. How do you get those to you without having to go, Brunch Breakdown, I got to find you. Where's the link? No, hit follow, hit subscribe, either one, wherever you like to listen. Let those episodes come to you. Okay. Then we've got full video episodes also come out every Wednesday. Those are on a little bit of delay because we got a little more post-production to do on those. Okay. So that's 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern for the video, but those are available to watch on demand anytime after that you'd like. If you haven't followed us on social media yet, what in the holy hell are you waiting for? This is episode like 152. Okay. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Threads, Triller, TikTok, at Brunch Breakdown. All the good stuff there. A little bit of maybe you missed an episode, trying to catch up, catch little bites. All right. Maybe we should just call those bites, those video clips that we do. Bites. You like that? Man, I don't know how it took us 152 episodes to figure that out. The bites are there. Find the bites on social media at Brunch Breakdown. And then, of course, the Sounds of Brunch playlist. We put that up on Spotify every Friday. We give you what we're listening to at the end of every episode. So we put that into a nice little playlist. We keep last week's on there in case you need to play a little catch up. Call it The Sounds of Brunch. Find it exclusively on Spotify.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Brunch Bites. Why haven't we been calling them that?
I have no idea. It's perfect. How have we not done that yet?
What were we thinking? Like, this is, man.
We weren't, which is the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's
Good God.
Oh, jeez.
Man. All right. Well, anyways, it's time to get random topics off our chest, and I will get us started. I went to see Barbie on Friday night.
Okay.
Phenomenal.
Really?
Phenomenal. I thought it was, because I was nervous about it at first because Greta Gerwig, if you're familiar with her music, with her movies, a little weird. Margot Robbie can be a little weird. A lot of the other actors in the movie too are great actors, but also a little weird, little actors, you know, because like they have some phenomenal actors in this movie, phenomenal writers in this movie, and you're just like, at some point doing it a little weird. Does at the end, but not until the very end. It's great. The movie's awesome. All the like the inside like Barbie jokes. If you ever played with Barbies as a kid, as I had an older sister, I played with Barbies as a kid. You get all those, and it's just really well done, and it's funny, and the thing I want to get off my chest is like, if you give people a reason to go to movies, they're gonna go. You know, like the movies are never gonna go away. Maybe there won't be like movie theaters with like 24 screens in them anymore or something in the next however 10 years or something like that. But like, if you give people a reason to go, they're going to go. Because even the Oppenheimer movie, which like I have no desire to see, but like that did like 80 million this year, this week. So like, guys, like if you give people a reason to go and you do some clever shit with the marketing and you have some interesting concepts, people are going to want to go. But like, no, people don't want to go to the movies to see a random rom-com in February. Like, we're not. Like, we need that to come to us on HBO Max or whatever, and we will sit on our couch with our significant other and we will watch it there. We're not going to the movies to see those anymore. So it's just like, if it's not something that gives people a reason, because at first it was like action movies. Oh yeah, it's got to be an action movie, right? That's the only thing that's gonna get people to go. No, Barbie is not an action movie. Like Oppenheimer is not an action movie. Like, it's a historical tale. Like, it's not something that is action packed. So like, if you give people a reason to go, they're gonna go. So movie people, freaking think when you're trying to get people to go to movie theaters. Be creative. Don't just be like, oh, we're gonna put this movie out with so and so in it and everybody's gonna go see it. Doesn't work that way anymore. Like, we will wait to see this movie with whomever in it whenever it comes to us on Netflix. So just get creative, movie people.
Yeah, the stars don't bring people into movies anymore, and like there's such a easy for me to say, but as a consumer, like there's such a lack of creativity often in Hollywood nowadays, right? We've talked about that before on this podcast with movies just, you know, making remakes of old movies and think that that's going to be enough to draw people in because we love the first one. It's like, no, we're afraid you're going to ruin it. We don't want to watch it. Or it's like this based on this book, like being a little now, obviously Barbie based off of something, but I was nervous too, because I'm glad you saw it. I'm like, I was nervous it wasn't going to live up to the hype. There was such, you know, a huge marketing push around this movie. And I'm like, is this movie for me? Is this movie for like kind of kids, but it's not an animated movie, but I'm like, is it supposed to be funny? Barbie's in trouble. Like, is this going to be, or is it going to be weird? Like you said, a little weird, but you're saying it was good. It's worth going to see.
It's worth going to see. Like,
Okay.
it's really good. Of course, it's a Barbie movie. It is heavily leaned towards women. Just let anybody know that right there. But
There you
it's
go.
not for kids. It's not. You could, the interesting part about it is like, you could take your kids to it. They won't
Okay.
get any of like the jokes that the couple jokes that are actually in there that are fun. Like, I was sitting next to, like, the movie theater was completely packed. The girl sitting next to might have been 10, and she was like with her mom, and she was laughing as much and calling out the random celebrity cameos in this like anything else. So like, if you had a young kid, you could go see that with them. It's just like, yeah, no, the movie's for adults, heavily towards women, but it's really funny. It's enjoyable. Popcorn was super good. I enjoyed it. Like, everybody was excited to be at the movies, which was funny. Like, people were clapping during scenes. I was like, this is great. Like,
Yeah.
this is awesome. So
In a long time. Yeah. Good to see movies that bring people out that people are excited
Yes.
about. That's a great point by you.
Yes.
That's it. It's not like it used to. Not as easy as it used to. We'll wait around if we really, well, if we need to see something and there's not enough of a drive there, we'll wait.
Exactly. It's because I like going, because the thing is, I like going to the movies. I just,
Yeah.
But just some movies play really well on my TV. That's all. Well, Dan, get it off your chest.
I like it. Certainly will. Dee Dee, folks, listeners of the Brunch Breakdown, we are entering the final weekend of July, right? Okay. Summer kind of moving quickly on us as it does every year. And it'll be August here before we know it, right? Next week, it's coming around the corner, which means NFL and college football training camps are also right around the corner. Now, I love football season heavily. I love the fall heavily. College football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, like, let's go. But, big but here. One of the lone great things when the college football season ends in January and the NFL season ends after the Super Bowl in February is you get your weekends back, right? You get your weekends back, and that time is slowly coming to an end. So I just want this to serve as a reminder, and I'm talking to myself as I say this, but to fellow football fans as well. Maybe not Chris, because Chris probably would rather give up his free time.
Yes, 100%. He absolutely hates the fact. He's like, oh my God, I'm out here at the lake. I could be watching football.
Exactly.
Man.
Right.
It's like, I wonder who's winning the WVU Pit replay right now
Right.
on ESPN Classic. Yeah. So,
I
yeah.
can't believe we have to go to the zoo. I hate this.
God, I could be watching TCU Georgia right now.
Exactly. So everybody else, let this serve as the reminder, okay? Depending on when you count the college football season to kick off, whether you're really into week 0, Chris, or week 1. So you've got 4 to 5 free Saturdays left, okay? And then you have 6 Sundays until the NFL season begins. And again, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love that time of year. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. But the big but, being able to have the freedom to plan things on either a Saturday or a Sunday is just a beautiful freedom that I think is easily forgotten in the off season, right? You're like, well,
Yeah.
we can't do anything Sunday afternoon until February is basically how things go. And that's kind of frustrating, right? Or we can go to brunch Sunday. We better be home by 1 p.m. Eastern. You know what I mean? And that's, again, every Sunday. So, folks, make the most of these days before we were locked in front of our TV screens and inside those stadiums for the next 5 months. Just enjoy.
Wow, dude. Hashtag East Coast problems, a little bit of that.
Yeah, right.
I gotta say, I understand the sentiment of what you're saying, but it only happens so often for me that it's like, okay, this game, because it's really just the 1 o'clock games for me, because West Coast, 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Like,
Yeah.
that's, so that's the only time. And for college football, 9 o'clock, and West Virginia's trash. So every game's at noon on Fox Sports Network, and
Yeah.
amazing. So it's just Yeah, and I mean, a lot of I follow what Pitt's doing, whatever. They're always on at 9 and stuff like that. I feel like I may have more issues with college football games because those are like way more scattered, with like Notre Dame being on at 4 o'clock or whatever the big game is on. And I feel like I have more problems with those. But with the NFL, I feel like, and I'm somebody who has Sunday ticket, and I haven't bought it again because I haven't bought it yet again because I just don't. I liked it. It was a lot easier the last few years, just having DirecTV just take it from me, and now I have to sign up for something again and just remember how much money I'm spending on Sunday football, or Sunday NFL ticket, and I just kind of didn't want to be reminded how much money I spend on it. But yeah, I don't have that many NFL issues. I feel like most NFL games I want to watch are on at 10. And then sometimes they'll be on later. But it's usually the 1 o'clock games that like starts a little fight in the house, maybe a little bit. But that's only a couple weeks.
Yeah, and the primetime game being like 5:20. Like, I'm so always jealous of you this time of year of that. And geez, yeah. NFL brunch for you. I mean, that's a match made in heaven.
Nothing better.
And the other bad thing about college football is you often don't know the kickoff time until 2 weeks before a game, right? You get like the first couple, and then you have to wait. You have to do it based off of TV. So, like, do you know how many festivals take place in the fall? It's the best time of the year for that. You're like, I don't know if we can go because I don't know what time the game is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It could be at noon or it could be 8 p.m. Like, it's crazy. It's absolutely that drives me nuts. And again, is why I love that time of year, but that freedom to just have the full weekend open during the summer, really since the end of the football season, it's been nice. And so counting my blessings as those weekends wind down before we are just fully into it again.
We're about to be in it. About to be in it.
Right.
And that segment was brought to you by Chris Gates Fitness. Sign up for training camp before August the 7th. So shouts to chrisgatesfitness.com. All right. Brews Day. I am not drinking a beer, but I'm going to tell you something that I am drinking because this is what I've been mixing my whiskey with recently. San Pellegrino has this, I have no idea how to say this, Arancata Rosa, whatever. It's blood orange, okay? And it's fire. I love blood orange. We all know it. And now, because of this, that I discovered, like Christopher Columbus style, I saw it in a fridge on set, and I was like, what's that? Let me drink it. Oh my God, this is amazing. So I discovered it. It is now mine. I discovered this, and blood orange Pellegrino, it's freaking amazing. And it goes perfect with whatever you are mixing with. I don't care if it's vodka. I don't care if it's whiskey. I don't care what it is. It tastes incredible. If you love blood orange, like your boy, it's super good. Like, it's worth just grabbing up a little 4-pack at the store, trying it out. It's great.
Okay. I like that. I like that as a mixer. Maybe tequila.
Oh, yeah.
Could go well together.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's great with tequila. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Because I like tequila orange juice, and but a lot of the time I don't have orange juice at my disposal. These I will always have now. And dude, fire.
There you go. Blood orange. You can never go wrong with blood orange, right?
You can't. You just can't.
I love that.
You can't. Shouts to whoever created blood orange. Blood orange.
I don't have a beer with me, and that's only because I had it not long before we started to record here, and it was so good I couldn't even hold on to it. I couldn't even save some of it. Okay. But I will tell you about it. From Hitchhiker. We've brought Hitchhiker to the table quite often on Brews Day. But maybe it's been a little while. Been a little while since they brought something new to the table. But this week they are known for making their shakes. It's a coffee porter. They call it the shakes. There's a coffee porter that they make. They have it. It's like one of their, you could call it a flagship, I guess, that they have it often. Really, really popular. Really, really good. But this week they unveiled for the first time a hazelnut shakes. So a hazelnut coffee porter. Oh, let me tell you something. She was tasty. She was real tasty. I mean, as advertised, tons of hazelnut up front, just like you want. and you've got that like kind of coffee-ish aftertaste. It was like you're drinking a hazelnut coffee, which I know you, Daniel
Oh,
Dudley, love.
oh,
Love.
yes.
And so this beer, smooth drinker, not overly sweet either. Sometimes you got to be careful there. And it was so easy to drink. Again, because not a stout, so not super heavy. The porter makes it light enough, but so flavorful. And again, it was so good. I couldn't not drink all of it. It was that good. And then I accidentally threw away the can. So the hazelnut shakes from Hitchhiker, phenomenal. That was my beer. Bonus Brews Day, not Brews Day.
Mm.
Last night made myself a Manhattan with chocolate peanut butter whiskey.
What?
A little shaved chocolate on the top. Let's go. Game changer. A little homemade cocktail inspiration there. Yeah. A game changer.
Excuse me?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. There's this line of whiskey that, oh shoot, see if I can find it, that it's so good. They have all these flavored whiskeys, and they have a chocolate peanut butter, which again I haven't seen before. We've all seen the, Screwball being the peanut butter whiskey, but chocolate peanut butter, that was what drew me in as a game changer. Here it is.
What is this called?
Ballotin, Ballotin. And they have a variety of flavors. They have chocolate toffee, caramel turtle, chocolate cherry cream, chocolate mint, chocolate mocha cream, and chocolate peanut butter cream, which I also have, which is also phenomenal. But the peanut butter chocolate whiskey, they've got all the recipes right on the website. The chocolate peanut butter Manhattan was
speaking my
marvelous.
language.
Yeah, marvelous.
Oh my gosh.
So
yeah, have to get on that.
There you go.
And this is just a little separate Brews Day since Chris is not here. A little separate Brews Day here. Last week when I was in Orlando, the last day there, I went out to eat with my friend Megan. We went up to Disney Springs, which is right off of Disney World, and went to Chef Art Smith's home cooking restaurant. It's all Southern cuisine, all the stuff is incredible. And I had this watermelon moonshine drink, and it was freaking fire. Ooh. And the reason I'm bringing this up is just to let everybody know, if you're going to Disney World as an adult, go to Chef Art Smith's home cooking. Eat and drink there. Like, I don't know what you guys are doing. Like, wasting your time going on Space Mountain with no children. Like, go eat there. Go drink there. I don't get it. I don't see enough pictures of you guys eating and drinking at Disney World when you go as adults. Please do that. Chef Art Smith's home cooking. That's where you gotta go.
There you go. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Meant to bring that up last week, but I forgot. And yeah, I was just like, wait, like, because when I was there, I said that to my friend Megan. I was like, what do people do? Why? Go eat.
Yeah. Yeah. When you're down there investing that much time, get some good food out of it. Yes. Put the Disney turkey leg down in a $14 funnel cake and go get a delicious meal somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Like, put down the $7 churro and friggin' go eat somewhere. Good. God.
I love it.
All right. Well, that was Brews Day. Cheers, Dan.
Cheers.
All right. Well, let's get into the main menu. Big surprise this week for me. SLAMBALL is back. Basketball on trampolines is back. I was watching it and I couldn't believe that it wasn't like 2002 or whatever SLAMBALL was happening. Because it looks exactly the same. What did you feel about SLAMBALL?
I loved it as a kid, and I was like, wow, it's really been gone that long. How does something so entertaining? I thought people watched this. It wasn't just like us, right? But it disappeared, and all of a sudden it's back, and I was super excited. And yeah, it looks awesome. It looks just the same. They're really emphasizing how like short the games are, which makes it easy to watch. Also, it's a very physical contact sport, so you couldn't be out there, for 48 to 60 minutes probably anyways. But but I love it. I'm super excited that it's back. Always one of the most entertaining things watching as a kid, and shouts to ESPN for embracing it. It's not like on CBS Sports Network where, like, nothing against that, but like probably wouldn't have survived on the CBS Sports Network for very long,
No.
right? ESPN's giving it a fighting chance, I hope. But yeah, super, super excited. And thanks to Blake Griffin, I guess, for bringing SLAMBALL back. Did you hear that?
No.
Yeah. He was part of a group that raised $11 million in investments to bring SLAMBALL back. There were some other, I think, former and current NBA players in that group, but none of them most people would ever heard of. But there you go. Blake Griffin, the former king of the dunk contest, leading the way, makes sense for a sport like SLAMBALL. So very, very excited to see it again.
I was listening to the Ryan Russillo's podcast, and he just is like on the pod, and it says, and he's like talking about what's going on in the show today, and he's like, and then the founder of SLAMBALL going to talk about the big opening night on ESPN. I was like, excuse me, SLAMBALL's back, and I'm googling. I was like, I guess I'm late to this. I didn't know SLAMBALL was back, and I enjoyed watching it, and my kids enjoyed watching it, and I guess my only thing is like how trampoline parks have become a thing now. There's trampoline parks. There are multiple trampoline parks, probably in every city, right? There's so many trampoline parks now, and that's like a thing. And that wasn't a thing back then. So, like, I don't understand how the guy who runs SLAMBALL doesn't just own every trampoline park, and why just every trampoline park isn't just called SLAMBALL. Like, it just should be, because honestly, anytime I see like a thing with a trampoline park or whatever, which you mainly take your kids to, I'm like, I cannot wait till my kids are older so I can jump off a trampoline and dunk and probably hurt myself. And but I'm only in my head thinking about SLAMBALL. That's all I'm thinking about when I see a trampoline park. Nothing else other than SLAMBALL.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, that was growing up. That was the energy, and now the trampoline parks are everywhere. Yeah. Like, how is SLAMBALL not part of all of them? It's amazing. Like, it should be in the Olympics, right? Get it in the Olympics. It's a 4-on-4 basketball. The scoring's crazy, right? It's like dunks or 3 points. They still have shots from behind the arc, and it's amazing. It's super, super entertaining. I'm so glad that it's back. And what other sports should have trampolines? Like, I want lacrosse on trampolines.
Oh,
right.
That would translate really well.
Yeah.
Because I feel like most of the time when I see a highlight of someone scoring and they're in lacrosse, they're usually jumping, or at least they're on like 1 foot. You know what I mean? They're kind of airborne.
They're in motion. Yeah.
They're in that motion. And I feel like that would be great. I don't know where the goal would be. Would you have to raise it? Like, would you have to put it like, because it's on the ground now, would you have to put it like somewhere like floating in the middle?
Or like you do that, or you have like one up top that's worth more points, the one at the bottom's worth less, something like that.
Okay.
Maybe because you still have your goalie on the ground, but maybe he can jump too and get the one that's up a little bit higher.
Okay.
I think there could be something there, right?
I think there is something there. I'm
trying to think of what else. And like, other sports should at least think outside the box. Like, this makes me miss pro beach hockey that used to be on ESPN too. It was so great. I always grew up wanting to play pro beach hockey, literally outdoor hockey on roller skates. They had a 3-point, or I guess it was a 2-point line as well. They had ramps. They were like the behind the net were actual ramps. I loved it. So bring back that. Let's get trampolines with lacrosse. Trying to think of, other sports, especially Olympic sports. I feel like there's some more, we got to bring the entertainment. I mean, we've got breakdancing coming to the Olympics. So they're willing to think outside the box, but SLAMBALL in the Olympics, I think we could really get,
Listen, once they put 3-on-3 basketball and the rock climbing wall, I don't know what exactly it's called in the Olympics, but it's literally just a wild looking rock climbing wall, which I actually was entertained by in the last Olympics. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed watching it. I was surprised. Right. I enjoyed watching it. But like, once they did that, it was kind of like, all right, so anything could be in the Olympics then. Because
Right.
3-on-3 basketball. I'm still just like, what? Why? Like, I don't know who's watching that. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah.
Yeah. But slam
So,
ball, I mean,
that could be great.
changes the game. Changes the
really
game. I hope
does.
this has a chance to stick around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want this to be one and done. I think it did that a couple years ago. It tried to come back for one season and it wasn't successful. But we got to get, I mean, because it is, dude, it is so brutal watching or listening to anything that covers sports right now. Like baseball is so uninteresting. Everybody's talking about where Shohei Ohtani is going to end up. And like that conversation doesn't take that long to have. And then it's list season, right? For everybody else. There's what list this, top that, leading up to football. Hockey's quiet. Basketball's quiet. Like slam ball's got to save us. These brutal, dry summers, you know.
It's open for somebody to do it.
Yeah.
Like that's another conversation all in itself. Like it's open for somebody, for some sport to just be like, we're going to do it. Like we're just going to take over the summer, you know? And it's like, I know the WNBA gets a lot of traction and this is getting a lot of traction in the summer, which is cool. But it's just like, I just want somebody to just take it. Just be like, this is it. The summer's ours. Maybe it is slam ball. Maybe slam ball is just going to be what takes over the summer. NBA's done after the 4th of July. We're all just like, it's slam ball season.
It's slam ball season, right?
Because I need something that gets me through. So I don't ever have to turn on an NFL preseason game. Like that's all I ask for. Give me something that makes me not turn on an NFL preseason game. That's it. That's all I want.
100%. Like golf will get me for a couple of days every few weeks when like there's a major on or something. It's not enough. I need something to really grasp my attention. You know, I don't want to be longing for, I remember when the USFL was on, at least in the XFL. Like, no. This is the time of year we need somebody to kind of save us and fill that void.
Yeah, we definitely do. Slam ball. Since Blake Griffin and a bunch of people put money into this, what would you rather put money in? Pickleball league, which a lot of people are.
Fastest growing sport.
I think LeBron just friggin' put money into one, or some famous person just did. And or slam ball, pickleball, or slam ball.
Ooh. Wow. That's a great question. Because like I said, pickleball it's the fast growing sport in America, right? Everybody's playing it now, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I did. It was on Even TV today. I saw it. But like, I think there's a greater tune-in factor for slam ball. Because I know rules of pickleball are a little different than tennis. They're not quite the same. So I feel like slam ball, again, has the advantage of being shorter, the games being shorter. That's a great question. That's a really good question. But I think I would go slam ball just because of the entertainment factor. I think more people be willing to watch that than pickleball. People might want to play pickleball. I don't know how entertaining it is to watch it. You know what I mean? Could you watch it for very long? For like a season?
I've tried watching it.
You know what I mean? For like a season or a tournament? I don't know. So that's why I think I lean slam ball. But a lot of money in pickleball right now. There's no doubt about that.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of money in pickleball. I just don't get it. But I would put money in slam ball because I think slam ball is like one famous, like a few like famous college basketball players away from kind of taking off.
Yeah.
I think they just need the name.
Like if Blake Griffin was playing.
Oh, I mean, come on.
That's like the guy to get to dive in, to be the first one in. And then, you get a couple other, like you said, college players and maybe NBA players who, didn't quite live up to the career that they thought they would, but they can still slam it down.
Yeah.
That would change it.
Definitely. Who's the kid who won the dunk contest?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
if he was in.
Like him.
That's what they need.
There you go.
Mac McClung. That's his name.
That's him.
Slam ball needs Mac McClung.
Let's go.
That's what they need. They're one Mac McClung away from us forgetting what pickleball is. That's what we need.
I love it.
That's it. All right. Well, Dan, you brought this up. Weird food combinations. Why? What were you doing?
Yes. So this happened recently. This conversation happened recently at a brunch with some friends of ours that we have. And one of them in particular brought up a really, really strange food combination that they like. Naturally, we were at brunch. We kind of talk of brunch food, breakfast food. And this person likes toast with jam or jelly on it and eggs on top of that.
Okay.
I don't like it. I don't like how you're open to it.
Okay.
Because this person and, people that were there are listening to this program right now. And Bethany, you're being called out for liking toast with jelly and jam, eggs. And I think she might have mentioned even cheese with the eggs on top of that. And her wonderful fiance has basically just put a nice grin on and just let her be weird and eat this without saying a whole lot. But once it got opened up into the public, we let her know how disgusting it was. And he had a tremendous sense of relief. I could tell that he's like, finally, I can now say something. And other people are telling you this is strange. But you, Daniel Dudley, seem open to this for some reason.
Listen, I'm in on this. And
no.
And I wish so much that I wasn't in on this because it's Bethany and I love any chance I can make fun of Bethany, right? And her the same, make fun of me. I get it. But like, I really wish, I wish I could make fun of, I can't. I'm probably going to try this at some point this week. That sounds phenomenal to me.
What?
Like, phenomenal.
What? Why? How though? Like, I get like sweet and savory, like that, but this is not how this works.
It just sounds like a great breakfast to me.
I apologize to everybody else at the table that was sitting there because I thought we'd have another person in our corner, but apparently we just the sides got a little bit more.
Listen, I would love nothing more than to make fun of Bethany. I would love nothing more. But I can't.
Can you even try to explain how that would go well together?
It's breakfast.
Thank you. Thanks for clarifying.
That's it. It's just breakfast. I don't know what more. Don't complicate it, Dan.
But like strawberry, like go strawberry jelly, strawberries and eggs don't even go together. So like the fact that it just doesn't even make sense from that perspective. Fruit and eggs don't go together.
Says who?
Every breakfast menu I've ever seen.
You're high if you don't. Listen. I love fruit and eggs.
Together?
I love grape. Yeah, I love jelly and toast. I love eggs. I've never put dude.
Can't believe this.
I'm in. I'm so in. I'm gonna do that this week. Legit, I'm doing that this week. Shouts to Bethany.
I want to see a picture. I want to see a picture, and I want your honest review afterwards. It's breakfast.
I will 100% do it. It's breakfast. That's it.
Okay. Well, I hate to know what the rest of your any of like your personal weird food items are, because it just that opened up the conversation to like, okay, everybody has something weird, right, that they like that most people don't. So Didi, dare I ask what else is like what's on your list of weird things that people might, kind of look at you a little funny for?
I'm going to start a little tame here, but it really is. I love putting jalapenos on any kind of meat that I'm eating. I don't care if I'll put jalapenos on top of steaks that I eat. I'll put jalapenos on hot dogs. I'll put jalapenos on burgers. I put jalapenos on pretty much any type of meat, and it tastes good. Like, I'm going to grill some chicken after I'm done talking to you here tonight, and I'm more than likely going to put jalapenos on it. I love putting jalapenos on pizza. I love it too. It's just hard to find somebody that is going to eat that with you. So I can never really do it unless it's like
Sure.
buy the slice and you see that. But yeah, I'm not ordering that because it's just like no one else in my house is eating that. But
Yeah.
jalapenos on honestly any kind of meat. I'm
Okay.
in.
Interesting. It's kind of, I don't want to like compare it to hot sauce, but it almost sounds in a way how people treat hot sauce, where it's just adding spice to something in a way.
Yeah, honestly, but it's something weird. It's like it's just I don't know what it does to meat that makes it taste so much better.
Hmm.
Hot sauce is like ketchup to me. Like
Yeah.
that's got so it's like because I don't really because I don't it's not like I'm out here like I'm not like using the hottest of hot sauces in the world or something like that. It's basically flavor. So it's pretty much like ketchup to me. But jalapenos, they do something different.
Okay. Okay. I'll start a little tame too, because when you think of it, this might sound gross, but like, or when you, I should say, when you hear it, it's probably going to sound gross, but like, if you think about it, it really doesn't. This stems back to when I was a kid, where when we had dinner growing up, we had to drink a glass of milk at dinner, right? A lot of people had that. And if we finished our glass of milk, by the time dinner was over, we get to have iced tea. Iced tea was there from my parents, so we get to have iced tea if we finished a glass of milk. I would leave the bottom, not just like rim, but like the whole bottom of the glass, just a thin enough layer of milk in the glass, and pour the iced tea into that, and it would create this odd, cloudy looking iced tea. And it didn't look great, but just think about it, people. Like, you put milk and sugar and cream into like hot teas and things like that. This is basically the same thing, just doing it a little bit backwards, and maybe into iced tea versus like a hot tea or something. And it looked weird because it was cloudy, but it just added that little bit of sweetness to the iced tea. And I don't know. It just tasted good.
You know, it sounds weird on the surface, but then once you actually think about it, that's just iced coffee.
Exactly.
Like that's iced
That's
coffee.
all it is.
Like
Yeah.
that's all it is. So yeah, you were just like before your time.
I was ahead of the game.
You know what I mean? Now it's like iced coffee. That's all anybody has or drinks. So it's like iced coffees all the time. But you were just ahead of your time.
Exactly.
Yes to you.
Exactly. So
being a trendsetter.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
You discovered it. You
did. What else? Let's get weirder. You got anything weirder? Jalapenos?
I really like and because it looks so gross. And this is why I think of it being weird. But it's another one of those things that's like, I guess it's not that weird. But if you don't like all these things, you won't. But I put in a bowl ketchup, mustard, relish, and onions and mix them all up together and make it one thing and put it on burgers and hot dogs.
Okay.
And it comes out looking like, honestly,
like vomit.
If
probably.
if you saw this like flowing down the street, you'd think like someone emptied a porta-john or something like that. Like, it looks gross. It's really gross because like it's not like all red, it's not all yellow. It's like we got red, yellow, green, it's really gross looking.
You ever see that episode of Barney where they like had the paint so you could see like which colors mixed to create one, like red and yellow make orange, but like then they did like the full thing and it was just like, this is shit brown. And like I have a feeling it's sort of along the same lines.
That's what it is.
Those bold colors don't mix well together.
Yeah, like you could call the color food poisoning if you wanted to. I would have no problem with it, but it tastes amazing if you like all of those things on whatever thing you're eating. And I know for me, I love it, but it looks gross. Like if you were to put that on the table and tell people what that was, I guarantee you no one would still eat it, even though they knew exactly what it was. And they were going to put their ketchup, put their mustard, put their relish, put their onions on their hot dog or on their burger one by one. They still wouldn't touch it.
And like, again, you're giving me credit for being ahead of the game on the iced coffee game, but like I feel like you're ahead on this too, where I think people would probably enjoy it if it didn't look as weird as it
Oh,
did. Because you're
yeah.
right, because a lot of people are going to put those same things on one at a time. But if you gave them the all for one, Heinz is into the mixing flavors of ketchups and things right now that people are love with. But it's probably just the look. If somebody can crack the code of the visual, then you've got like the ultimate condiment for people that love each of those items.
Yeah, like whoever, I know people who, process foods, make all that stuff to get together, make it all look right. Figure that out.
Figured out. We had green and purple ketchup for, a brief period of time.
Yeah.
So somebody's got to be around that can figure that out.
Oh, I remember wasting a burger and my mom being so mad because I remember like going to bite into it and it just looked like ooze. It just looked like snot was running out. And I was like, I can't eat this. And my mom was so mad because like I'm the reason she bought the damn thing. She's the one who buys the food. I put all this green ketchup on it and I go like this and it just looks like boogers are coming out of my burger. And I was like, I can't do it. Couldn't do it.
Oh man. This next one a little weirder for me too. And this is more so as a kid. I don't do this as an adult. Not to say that I wouldn't. But I used to, this goes back to my my liking of iced tea as a kid, because obviously it was like a delicacy basically. Had to finish the milk first, but I would dip my graham crackers in iced tea and like kind of a quick dunk, because they soften just a tad. Because you go too long in there and it is literally going to just become floaters on top of the iced tea. But just a quick enough little dunk in there, because it's not like an Oreo, right? That's a little more stable. The graham cracker is thin, folks. And so just enough in there, soften it up. I can't explain what the flavor combination is. It just works. That's all I know, is it just works. Maybe it's sweetened the graham cracker. Maybe that's what iced tea just helps me sweeten everything. I don't know. I had milk to sweeten it. I don't know, but I used to sit there and dunk plain graham crackers in iced tea and just have kind of a softer graham cracker snack.
Oh. I can't. I'm not with you on that.
I know. I can't explain it. Explain it.
No.
For me,
weird combinations, and I still do this anytime I get a chance. I don't know whatever you call them, graveyards, suicides, whatever you call them.
Mm-hmm.
I still love doing that. And I don't know what the taste is going to be, because some people, when they do it, they skip the diet ones or they skip the teas. No, you do it all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You go all the way down and you do it. And it's weird. It's still weird. I did it a couple weeks ago, actually. I was at Subway and I did it because I was like, why not? When in Rome, let's go.
Sure.
Do it at Subway. And it tasted weird, but good. I don't know why it's weird and good. But it's always been like that. And I'm like, I see why they haven't tried to put this in. I'm sure somebody's tried, but I see why this has never gotten to the 2-liter phase of life and why we don't have this everywhere. But man, it's weird, but it's like good. And you're like, do I like this? Yeah, maybe not. I don't know, but it's still great.
That's a great one. That really is. I really like that one. The last one that I have for me personally is it's not so, I can't give myself credit for necessarily coming up with it. Right? This was on a menu somewhere that I had. It sounded strange, but I tried it. They were cheese curds, and it had a strawberry compote like dipping sauce, which on the surface you're like, what is this sweet sauce with these cheese curds? One of the best things I've ever had. One of the best things I ever had. It just freaking works so well together. Talk about the sweet and the salty again. And again, you're like, this can't work. This also looks really weird. But I'll tell you what, the strawberry compote dipping sauce with cheese curds, it does. It works. I can't explain it, but it was delicious. I loved it.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I'm happy we did this.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's a lot of weird ones out there. My wife, she said when she was a kid, she used to go to Sheets, for people on from, east side of PA. Maybe it's Wawa or any other made to order fast food place. She used to take the watermelon Sour Patch Kids and eat it with cheese curds. And that really grossed me out. And again, maybe I should have got, maybe that could have been the deal breaker. Going back to your opening, if I knew that. Unfortunately, I haven't seen it. I've never seen that. She claims just as a kid. So luckily, so yeah, that, and I think we all know what Chris's would be naturally: pizza eggs.
Oh yeah, 1000%.
Can't forget about pizza eggs.
Yeah,
Chris there. Yeah,
never forget pizza eggs.
Yeah. Now, Didi, are you a pickle fan?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so the biggest pickle festival of the year takes place actually in Pittsburgh, called Picklesburg. Heinz puts it on. I was there this weekend. They were selling Kool-Aid pickles. So pickles like
okay,
dunked and marinated,
like dipped,
in
like living in Kool-Aid.
Like living in Kool-Aid. So they were like flavored like the Kool-Aid.
Okay.
There's some weird stuff at that festival, but that one stuck out, and I had to at least ask you that. Would you eat a Kool-Aid pickle?
Yeah, 100%.
Ah,
yeah, I'm eating a Kool-Aid pickle. I'm doing it. I got to do it. I got to do it.
Yeah,
like
that was just another weird one for me. That no, I don't like pickles anyway, but that just really, really can't comprehend that one.
Yeah, I'm definitely eating that for sure. Okay. Yeah. Oh man. Well, Dan, last topic here. People throwing stuff at concerts. Why are they doing this? Why is this something? I understand the like phones and all of that. So like we all have like everybody's got cameras, so we see it more or whatever. I know Billie Eilish was saying that, but like I don't know, man. Feels like people are actually getting hurt now.
Yeah.
And I don't think that ever happened before. Because yes, people have been throwing stuff on stage, whether it be bras or whatever, posters or things they wanted people to sign and all this stuff. But now like BB Rexa like literally had to like stop her tour. You've got people actually getting hurt on stage and getting hit. Kelsey Ballerini, I saw her, like she had to like literally mid-song had to like go off stage and then come out and be like, hey, like I almost canceled the show, but I didn't. And like, what is happening?
I hate so much that this has become such a popular trend. And I think you're right that what Billie Eilish said is like, yeah, we're, I mean, it's always been happening, but people are, they're being just copycats, right? Because it's people are capturing it on cell phones, and it's so dumb. Why would you pay to go somebody that you presumably like and throw something at them when we've seen artists cancel shows because of that? In the middle of a show, one person's going to ruin it. I don't understand it. Like they already, don't sell whenever you go to a concert or a sporting event. If you get something in like a bottle, they don't give you the cap.
No.
Right? Because they don't want it to become a potential projectile, because if it has the cap, you're closing down that air. Soon enough, we're not going to be able to have anything. They're going to start. Do you remember the backlash when they put up overnight, they were putting up like screens in baseball stadiums down the foul line? Like all of a sudden, we're going to get concerts with these things, and it's going to be ridiculous. Like people need to chill out.
Dude, what's going to end it is like I saw someone throw a vape at Drake, and he like looked at it and he was like, "You think I'm going to vape with you? What is your problem?" And he like makes fun of him, and like it was at Barclays Center in Brooklyn, and like they actually posted it on the thing saying there's no vaping at Barclays Center. Don't bring your vape. And so it ended up being this funny moment, but I'm like, if Drake gets hit in the face, he's going to cancel the show. And I'm just thinking it's going to take for someone, big artists like that. Like it's going to take for Beyonce or Taylor or Drake or somebody who people spent hundreds and thousands of dollars to go see, for them to cancel their show, and then it all shuts down.
Yeah.
Because then it's all done. This is gonna turn into a riot. It's gonna be like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? What do you mean you're not? No, like I guarantee, if Taylor Swift gets hit with something, she's not continuing the show. Like she's not. Like
Right.
Beyonce's not gonna be up there with a black eye performing fucking Love on Top. It's not happening. Just call it a day. Like it's just not happening. And you're all gonna be out all the money. You're not gonna get refunded. You're not getting anything. Just somebody through it. And I don't want it to. I hope it doesn't come to that. I hope this ends. But it just seems like now it's like the thing to do at a show. It's like we're gonna throw our phone on the stage. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
They're throwing
It's
the
like,
dumbest shit now. It's like,
insane.
yeah, absolutely. And frankly, it doesn't not happen at festivals, but it surprises me that it's not like mostly happening at festivals when you have a mix of crowd of people. You're outside. Like this is happening at headlining tours for these artists.
Yeah.
Like their fans are there. Like, what are you doing? What are you thinking? Why is this becoming a thing? Yeah, I hope it's just like a fad that eventually wears out.
And it's people sitting on the floor.
Yes,
like
right.
You're sitting. You have the best seats. Like you can't hit Drake from the 500 section.
No,
like
you spent the most money out of anybody to be in the building, and you're the one throwing.
Yeah.
And like even people running up on stage. It kind of goes with that now too, right? We're seeing that. I mentioned in my chess segment last week to encourage people to watch Kevin Hart's new stand-up special on Peacock. He opens the show walking out with a bat. And he says, I seen y'all trying to run up on stage. Go ahead and try that here. And he's got a bat. And he literally has a stand for it in there the whole show. I thought that was hilarious. I mean, it's not funny what's happened to like Dave Chappelle and got people like that where they're running up, but like, dude, like no bullshitting around anymore. Like, yeah, you want to come up here? I'm going to swing at you with this bat.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Somebody hit Ava Max on stage. Like someone went up there, hit her. And there's a great, I mean, I'm talking like NFL streaker quality of a tackle from there's this Latin artist named Peso Pluma. He's like humongous, and somebody ran on stage and they're coming from the back of him, and his security guard, I swear, if he didn't play football, he played something, and he crux him within inches of Peso Pluma. It's an amazing video. It's incredible. Wow. Like it was like he saw it happening before it happened. It was just like poof. It was wild. But still, somebody got on stage. And this is like one of the biggest artists in the world. Like you may not know who he is, but he's one of the biggest artists in the world. And like somebody got on stage. Like, how the fuck somebody got on stage?
Honestly. Yeah. And like the other thing that these people risk, not only besides like jail time, but you're never seeing that artist at any show ever again.
Nope.
And you're not getting into that building where it happened either. No. And if you think that somebody else is going to buy the ticket for you and this and that and that, and like people, we are not that far away from like face detection walking into every building. Okay. So don't think like you risk that too. That's happening where you're not seeing that artist ever again. And you're not even allowed in the building ever again. Like why would you want to do that? Again, it's somebody that you enjoy, that you want to see, that you paid to see. Like that's it. You're done. Why would you risk that?
Yeah, I have no idea. And why would you pay that much money? Just is getting 1 million views on TikTok worth you never seeing an artist again or never being able to go into that building again?
Right.
Like, because, hey, we talk about AI a lot. Like, that's part of it right there. They're going to be able to recognize your face when you walk into the theater or the show, whatever it is. Like,
because everybody's... Because and also like they're gonna figure out it was you. Everybody points at who did it, right? No one's like, oh no, I didn't see nothing. Like they know they want you out of there too. So yeah, not worth it in any sense.
No, it's pretty ridiculous. People are dumb.
Yep.
Because has anyone done it at a show you've been to? We went to see Harry Styles in November, and someone hit him with. What did they hit him with? I can't remember what it was, but they hit him with something and we didn't know until after the show. It was a Skittle, I think. Something stupid, because it was at the very end of the show. So he's like walking around. He's got these like 4 catwalks on a stage that go wide. And he's like basically saying bye to the crowd. And he gets to our side and he's like going like this. So at first I thought he was like wiping sweat out of his eye, and then I'm like, as he keeps doing it, as he's saying bye to the crowd like this in LA, I'm like, what is happening? And like somebody hit him with something, and I think it was it was something silly. It was like a Skittle or something, but like it was like, no, he actually got hurt, and then like had to release a statement at the end of the show, at like the next day, like saying, hey, like, you know, stop throwing shit on stage.
Yeah, no, I don't think I haven't luckily attended one yet where I've seen that happen, and I hope that it continues to be that way and stops.
Yeah, needs to stop. All right. Well, speaking of music, let's get into it. What we're listening to. Dan, what you got, man? What are you listening to?
Our girl, Biba Doobie, right?
Hey.
So day one-ish, Biba Doobie train. Here we are. She had another one come out last week, The Way Things Go. It's her newest single, kicking off her fall tour this week. She's doing a couple festivals on it. She's got to stop in Pittsburgh on it. I will absolutely be there. Excited for that next week. And she's been putting out a lot of music this year, which is awesome because she just released an album last year. And it's really dynamic, really good. You never know what you're going to get with the song that she releases. So this one's kind of like a sad ballerina song, but don't let that detract you. That's just kind of the theme. Really good song, The Way Things Go by Biba Doobie.
No, that song came up on the New Music Daily at one point last week, and fire song. Love that song. Yeah. So I've been talking a lot about finding out what the song of the summer is. Well, guess what? Found out what the song of the summer is. It is La La by Mike Towers. That is it. And it is the biggest song in the world, everywhere in the world, except here.
Wow.
Literally, Billboard put out this chart that was like the biggest songs all over the world. This is it. I was like, let me listen to this song. Holy shit. When you think song of the summer, this is it. Like 100%, this is it. America, we failed. We failed. I don't know what we failed. We failed the public. Get it together. Like, why? I don't know why there isn't an American artist on this song. Just like how Despacito happened with Justin Bieber. It was already a huge song, and then he jumped on it, and then it became this huge hit here. Needs to happen. This song's incredible, and it is everything we need to end the. I'm so happy I can listen to this song until Labor Day. It's freaking great. So, La La by Mike Towers. Listen to it now. Now.
I'm very excited to listen to that because we've been waiting for a long time for a song of the summer. Trying to find one. I'm excited, but
this is it. Like, you're not going to want to listen to this song in the fall. Like, you're not going to be listening to this song in the tailgate in November or October. You're not. This is Memorial Day to Labor Day. This is it.
Just in time. All right.
Love it.
Excited. Next one up for me is a band called Bombay Bicycle Club, which I don't know how many people recognize that name. I first heard them back in 2011 with their song Shuffle. It was very popular at the time, but yes, I realized that was 12 years ago. They put out some music, between here and there, but they are back. But this time, what drew me to them is that they teamed up with Holly Humberstone, who is no stranger to what we're listening to in the Sounds of Brunch. So they teamed up to release a song called Diving, and Bombay Bicycle Club will have a new album coming out in October. So I'm intrigued once again. I'll probably put Shuffle on there in case that might make people remember who Bombay Bicycle Club is. But awesome to see them team up with Holly Humberstone for this new one. So check it out.
Holly Humberstone, no stranger to the Sounds of Brunch.
Not at all.
Not at all. All right. Another song that I discovered this week via Shazam. Shouts to Shazam. Byron Messia, Taliban's. He's got the song. It's called Taliban's. It's a single version, but I'm gonna put the version Taliban's 2 with Burna Boy on it. And song's great. Vibe doesn't change with Burna Boy or without. Listen to either version, doesn't matter. Song's great. Taliban's 2 or 1 by Byron Messia.
Or 1. There you go. I like it. Last one for me. Speaking of no stranger to the Sounds of Brunch, Meet Me at the Altar. And the reason I'm doing it this week is we've been putting these extremely talented women on the playlist for a while now, like literally since 2020. And the reason I remember that is because I was supposed to go to their show and it got canceled in March. Um, and this is your last opportunity to jump on board, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't jumped on yet, what in the hell are you waiting for? This is it. Final call. They'll still be put on the playlist, but you're late at that point. So meet me at the altar. Give It Up is the name of the latest song. It's great, and you should thoroughly enjoy it.
Yeah, get on the train now. It's been too long. If you're not on now, get out. They're opening up for 5 Seconds of Summer, which I think is going to be a great show because I love Five Sauce. I do. And yeah, so shouts to Meet Me at the Altar. Fucking fire. All right. Travis Scott, Bad Bunny, The Weeknd. 3 popular people, sort of, all have a song out. It's called K-pop, and it's really good. You're gonna hear this song a lot. Especially Travis Scott's album comes out on Friday, I believe. He's dropping a movie. He's doing a performance at the Pyramids, apparently. I don't know. All I know is this song is this is a fun one, especially another fun one just to end the summer on a good note. So K-pop, Travis Scott, Bad Bunny, The Weeknd. 3 people you may have heard of once or twice.
I like it. I like it.
So is that it? That's what we got.
That's what we got.
That's what we got.
Sounds of Brunch, man.
That's the sounds of brunch. I don't know why I thought I started, and I was like, wait, is that it? Yeah, that's it. All right. Yeah. Sounds of Brunch. Well, Dan, that's the sounds of brunch. Make sure you check out the playlist every week, updated on Spotify. Sounds of Brunch. Dan, any final thoughts on the brunch breakdown?
Check out the Brunch Bites on social media. Check those out. And while you're at it, let us know what your weird food combination thing is that, you know, you think is delicious, but everybody else gives you that weird look. So find the bites and let us know.
At Brunch Breakdown, we're out.